topic of discussion. We got this big old bracket here that has all the teams, all the first round matchups here from ESPN. And so, Silas, who are some teams that are kind of flying under the radar, you think, that people might not be aware of, but you think may make some noise?
UConn's had a rough season this year, but they are still like a dominant team, and I think they have experience here, and I think they're gonna handle Oklahoma well and at least get to the Sweet 16 at Elite Eight.
Well, to get to the Sweet 16, they have to beat Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I did not see.
Yeah,
I didn't look at
yeah,
the bracket yet,
yeah.
JD.
That's okay. It just came out like a few hours ago. So, I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, never mind. Forget about UConn.
Never
I think
mind.
they'll handle Oklahoma okay, but they're not beating Florida. I think Florida's gonna win it all. They look so good this week.
That's what everybody's saying right now, which really makes me think they're not. But I mean, it's kind of like what we just said. They just look better. They
Yeah,
look like
it
they're
is. It is more. So anything could happen.
absolutely. That's why college basketball is probably it's probably about 500 times better than the NBA. Just
Yeah, I completely agree with that, JD.
I mean, just the games are just fun to watch. Like
Yes, that in March, dude, man, it's a great
absolutely.
time.
I mean, it can be like Mary Poppins State versus I don't care Tech, and I mean, it's still a crazy game
I
that
can
everybody's watching.
great, good
Like,
teams, JD.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's up. You got any other sneaky teams? Kind of,
I think Arizona's gonna go far. I think Carry Love. Oh man, I think Caleb Love's gonna carry them to at least the Elite Eight. I think Arizona's a really dominant team
yeah.
this year. They're
Arizona's
kind
over.
of nobody's really talking about them, but they're solid.
Yeah. They played really good in the Big 12 tournament. They got to the championship. They lost to Houston, which
Hmm.
I'm really glad you mentioned Arizona. They're over here on the west side of the bracket. They're on the
Yeah.
same side as Duke, same side as Alabama. Wisconsin, I think, is a team that not a lot of people's talking about, but they're a three seed over there. I think they beat Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament, which is pretty big because their Michigan State's pretty good.
Hmm. JD,
And
I don't know if you know this, but Grant Nelson got hurt, and
heard about it.
we were down by two at half. We got outscored by 24 without Grant Nelson.
Yeah,
If
that
if
was
he's if he's not bad by March Madness, I don't think Alabama's gonna have a run at all.
no. I mean, yeah, that second half of the Florida game. I mean, I didn't watch all of it because I was in a tornado shelter for like a little bit.
Yes. No,
But
glad you're safe, JD.
I mean, oh, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes.
But as soon as I came out, man, it was not good. Not good.
Yeah. It was rough.
I feel like Alabama could be so good. They're just a little inconsistent,
We
and
are if we're not shooting the ball, we're not winning.
that's right. Live and die by the three. That's the way Bama's played the past
Yeah,
few.
and I don't know if Alabama could do that for 6 games.
No,
Not
mm-mm.
6 games in a row. I just don't see it happening.
Not 6 games in a row. Okay. So, let's see who else we not? Oh, one team I think we might need to start talking about is Memphis. They're over here on this side. On the same side as
Yes.
Florida, but I
They
think
played do what?
yeah, I'm saying they're sneaky. They're not in one of the power conferences, so not a lot of people
Mhm.
are talking about them, but they got some dudes over
Yeah.
there.
They played UAB today in the conference championship and they won pretty heavily. They won by like 14, I think.
Yeah.
And did they beat Auburn earlier in the year?
They beat Clemson. I know that.
I think it was a really good game against Auburn, like one of the earliest weeks of the year.
We'll have to see. Yeah. Yeah, they're sneaky. Let's see. Yeah, well, Auburn beat them by here's the score for people who can't see, guys.
Oh man,
Oh,
I think it was close to the toward the end because I watched that game. They
yeah,
must have pulled away at the end, but they look good. I think Memphis is a sneaky team.
they are very, very sneaky. So yeah, where's our bracket at? There it is. Yeah, okay. Um, I feel like all the mid-tier SEC teams are also pretty sneaky, like the A&Ms and the Ole Miss, the
Yeah,
Missouri, all
I
that.
mean,
Kentucky.
it's Texas beat A&M week one of the SEC tournament or day one.
Mhm.
They did not. If they can't rebound the ball on the offensive side, which is like their entire game,
Yeah.
it's not good for them.
hmm No, bueno, I agree with that for sure. Um, Also, I didn't know Georgia got in, so I mean,
Yes. Yep.
kind of another one of those sneaky SEC teams, Georgia, right here. Um, yeah. So we've kind of talked about some sneaky teams. Well, let's talk about some really sneaky teams. Silas, out of all, we can kind of skim over these uh big matchups, but is there a game that you look at and you say, hey, you know what? Like we're talking like a 11 seed or higher, like one of these big upsets. Where do you think
Hold,
good spot for like a big upset? I mean, I haven't really looked at this either, but I mean, if we kind of skim over these, we is it
one
what's
that's sticking out to me right now is the Bryant Michigan State.
okay?
Yeah, Michigan State, they've been really inconsistent this year. Now, I don't know anything about Bryant, but
Okay,
like if Michigan State plays bad and Bryant has that white boy that's just green from the 3-point line,
yeah,
they
that's
may take a dub. I don't know. I've
kind
watched a couple of Michigan State games and they're really inconsistent.
of yeah, kind of like Oral Roberts from a couple years ago. Like
Yes.
that
Yeah.
one white guy that's absolutely creamy from three, if you know what I mean.
Creamy, yes.
I mean, they're really good. I know we just talked about Texas A&M, but we got Yale up here. We remember what Yale did last year to Auburn.
They beat Auburn round of 64. It could happen again.
Yeah, could be. We talked about no Grant Nelson for Alabama. I mean, I've never heard of Robert Morris, but I mean, if
It could
Bama
happen.
if
Yes.
Bama can't shoot threes, they don't have Grant Nelson. I
We
mean,
don't have we have Clifford Amori, and that's about it. That's a big
he,
man. If we're not
he-
shooting.
he's good, but if he fouls, if he gets in foul trouble,
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
so yeah, two guys from Tuscaloosa, man. I'm saying Alabama's losing the first round.
I'm not saying that, but it could happen.
Yeah. Um, realistically, I know we just talked a lot about Memphis, but Colorado State is actually favored in this
Are
game.
they really?
Yeah, and I was watching a little bit of the College Game Day crew talk about this, and they were all saying they were all really high on Colorado State. So somebody knows something that we don't,
I, I
apparently.
don't know anything about Colorado State basketball.
Me neither. That's not something I just watch.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Yeah.
So I don't
Okay.
know, but I think Memphis is going to handle them pretty well,
Okay.
unless College Game Day just has a secret.
Yeah. I mean, they do get paid to talk about this, so they
They
might.
do, yeah. But
That's
we will soon, JD.
yeah. Hopefully, yeah. Hey, if you would like to sponsor our episodes, hey, that's a good segue right here.
Yes,
Yes. Please give us money. Just I don't know.
and we will shout you out.
That's right. We will shout you out, but we gotta be careful because we almost got scammed last time we did this, and we had
Yes, we
our whole
did.
channel. So
Cook's Pest Control, if you're watching this, we hate you.
yeah, that's right. We're not calling cooks anymore.
No.
Yeah. For sure. And also, if you'd like to watch our show but you don't have time for the full episode, be sure to check out our super segments on our YouTube channel. There, our channel, it's the full episode, but it's cut up into little bite-sized chunks. It's kind of like hibachi, but
Yes, yummy.
you like hibachi sauce?
I love hibachi. If
Dude,
any of y'all check out Hokkaido here in Tuscaloosa,
I do, yes.
yes.
I think the onion volcano is probably the best part.
You
Is
think so? I think it's whenever they throw the food and you have to catch it with your mouth.
oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah. Anyways, back to basketball. Out of the out of the 4-1 seeds, we got Florida, Houston, Auburn, and Duke. Okay.
Hmm.
We we don't know who Auburn and Duke are playing just yet, but which one do you think is most likely to lose in the first round, Silas?
I think it's Auburn. Not because I'm an Alabama fan, but they have looked rough the past couple weeks. They lost to Bama. They just lost to Tennessee. Tennessee's a solid team, but they I don't know. Tennessee had control of that game the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even know who they're playing yet, but I don't know. It could happen. Maybe not first round, but round of 32, it could happen to Louisville or Creighton.
Especially if they play Louisville, I think
Louisville's solid, yeah.
they are really good and they're peaking at the right time, I think.
Yes.
But Auburn lately just been really relying so hard on Janai Broom to just create stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, I think he's vaulted himself as into the player of the year. I mean, I think he should be player of the year. I mean, I know Cooper Flag's great and all, but
Especially with Cooper Flag's injury, I think Janai Broom. Yeah.
for sure. And just seeing how Duke was able to win their
Hmm.
conference without Cooper kind of just proves that Janai Broom's the most valuable to his team. But the thing is, Auburn's been putting too much on him, and I mean, he's been going crazy. He's been having these awesome games, but they're not getting it done as a team. So I kind of agree
Right.
here. I mean, are they going to lose first round? Probably not. But
Mm-mm.
I mean, out of these four teams, they're the most likely. I think even though they got the top overall seed, I think they're the weakest of the one seeds.
I agree.
All right. Awesome. So, Silas, in closing for this episode, this is really, really hard to predict.
Okay.
But um actually I feel like picking a champion is kind of easier than doing a whole bracket because I mean we know there's never been a perfect bracket. There probably never will be because
Probably not.
I mean, you got guys like Robert Morris who are probably going to beat Alabama. So
Exactly. So no way.
that's right. So right now, who do you think is going to win it all? Just
Right now, and I've already talked about this, but I think Florida's going to win it all.
mhm.
There's Duke and there's Houston. I don't think Auburn's winning it all. I don't think they have a chance. They're solid, but I don't think they're going to win it all. But
Okay,
Duke and Houston have a chance. But I really think Florida's got it. Like they look so good these past couple of days.
I really do. I mean,
I
just
don't know if they can make it last the whole week in March Madness, but if they keep playing how they have been, they got it.
that's true. I mean, looking at their side of the bracket as well, I mean,
There's not really anyone.
yeah, just they just look, I mean, to echo your point, I mean, they look so much better than everybody. I mean, I know I already said it in the show, but it's like UConn the past couple of years. Like they
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, everybody's saying Florida, so it's probably not going to be Florida, but I mean,
probably not.
but yeah, I really don't know who else.
On paper, they look the best right now, though,
Absolutely. And on the court, on
and on the court. Yeah, as of right now.
yeah.